Italy,
Yes.
of the street team. Diciamo?
Awesome.
Okay. Allora, first question. The third album is the one that puts in crisis most of the bands, the one that takes longer to be made. Now that has been almost a year since Simple Plan came out, how do you feel to have succeeded this block with great effects?
I think we're really happy with the album, you know, it came out really great. It took us longer than, you know, the last two records to write, and obviously we wish we could have put it out earlier and faster, but that's what we had to do to make this record. And you know, we're after a year of touring and playing shows, it seemed like, you know, you guys, the fans, seem to really like it, and I hope that's true. But no, we're very proud of it, and I think playing it live, it really comes across great, and it's really cool to you know, to mix in the old song with the new song and mix for a really good show. It's like a best of all our, you know, the best songs that we have. So I don't know, I've been having a lot of fun. You know, it's fun to play the end live. I really like it, and we open up the show with Generation, so it's a cool way to, you know, to open up the concert. And we've been playing When I'm Gone, we've been playing Time to Say Goodbye. That's one of my favorites to play live. So no, it's been really great, and I'm having a good time.
Okay, when Final Getting Again came out, you said that the choice behind the title was that you didn't feel after No Park to have reached what you wanted. With this album, do you think you have made it? Do you feel that things are different now?
Well, I think that we're proud of every record we made, you know. I think that No Pads, No Hunters Ball was, when we first made it, we were super happy with it. And still today, I'm proud to play all those songs, and I'm proud of all the success it had and all that. And I think it's an awesome record. I'm stoked about it. The second record, same thing. But I think with every album, you try to do something different. You try to make a better album. You try to, you know, make something that, you know, people will like just as much, if not more. So obviously some people will always like the first one, the second one, you know, it's normal. But I think with this album, we're, you know, like I said before, we're really happy. I think it's different. You know, that was our goal, not to make the same record, because if we keep making the same album, you know, you guys are going to think like, oh, I already heard this, it's the same, it's kind of So, you know, we've tried one direction. With the next record, who knows what it's going to be, you know, it could be completely different. I don't know yet. We haven't sat down to write. We're going to start writing after we're done touring. You know, this is pretty much like the last big tour. We'll have some, you know, some concerts in South America, maybe in the new year, but after that we start making a new record. We start recording hopefully as soon as possible and have it out as early as maybe 2009 or early 2010. That's the goal.
Okay. In the last few years, a lot of bands that have been very successful didn't start from the underground like you did. What do you think of the way the music is turning?
I think there's some, you know, there's lots of great bands coming out. I mean, for us, like, you know, we've been doing this for 15 years now. You know, we started out when we were 13, 14 years old with Pierre in my basement, you know, with our first band, Reset, and, you know, we worked really hard. We played small concerts in front of, like, you know, first concert was 10 people, 15 people, and then we graduated to, like, you know, 200 and 500 and 1,000. Then we started a new band, and, you know, we started the band Simple Plan, what, like 9 years ago now. We were like 20 or 19 or something. So, I mean, yeah, it's been a long road, and I think that for us it was important to have that, because I think we became a better band. We became like, we played better live because we played so many shows, because we toured, you know, with our first band, and we started playing small shows with Simple Plan. But you know, I don't know. I think that every band has a different way of reaching people. I think now with the internet, it's a lot faster. You know, like when we started out, it wasn't the same. Like you didn't have a MySpace page, you didn't have all that stuff. Now people have that, and it's cool, and I think they'd be stupid not to use it, you know? So maybe you rise faster, but the question is, for me, is how long you're gonna last, and that's really what matters, because it's good to shoot up and have one big hit, but if you can't follow up, if you can't make 2, 3, 4 records, you know, then what's the point? Like for us, what really matters is that we come back next year and you guys are still coming to the show, and we come back 2, 3 years, 4 years to Milan or wherever in, you know, in Europe and all that, and you guys still want to come and still want to buy a record and still want to come to see our show, you know, that's what matters. So we'll see what happens, but, you know, with the next record we're gonna, you know, do the same thing we always do, sit down and make the best album possible, and hopefully you guys will like it.
Okay. Have you ever thought about doing a side project like they did and just do music for fun without the pressure of having a release date or the necessity to not disappoint fans?
You're just asking me if we want to do a side project? Nah, I don't know. I mean, it'd be fun maybe, but I think for me and for most of the guys in the band, like, what matters is Simple Plan. You know, this is what we care about. And obviously, yes, there is pressure because we have a lot of fans and all that, but I think it's fun to have that pressure because, you know, we meet you guys, we see you at shows, we see your reaction. We want to make a record that's going to be great and that you guys will like, you know, and so I think that, and also, it takes us time to write, you know, we're not the kind of band that can write, you know, 12 songs in 1 week, you know, it takes us a little longer. We're the kind of band that sort of, you know, reworks everything and obsesses about every word and every part of every song. So I think that, you know, that we have fun playing. We have fun playing a Simple Plan, you know, like it's not like what we do is, you know, sort of, like, how can I say, limiting, you know, it just feels like like this is what we always want to do. Like there's not a record that I want to make that I can't make with Simple Plan, you know. But maybe one day, who knows? It'd be fun. Why not? Maybe we make a really fast punk rock record.
Okay. Some fans didn't like your last CD because they found it much different from what they knew or liked it. Is there a band that made you feel in the same way?
In my life.
Yes.
I don't know. I think that's, you know, sometimes you hear a new record and, you know, it's not exactly what you expected. It's not exactly what, you know, you had hoped for. But I think that if you're a real fan of a band, like, well, first of all, I would say that our fans are very open-minded generally. And I find that even though maybe some didn't like it as much, I feel that most people that we've met that came to the shows and all that really liked it, and they're like, you know what, like at first I wasn't necessarily sure, but now it really grown on me, I really like it. And I think that as a band, if we would have done the same thing, we would have lost some fans. You know what I mean? So I think with this one, maybe we lost a few, but I think we've gained a lot more. You know, we've reached new people, and I think that the fans that have been around for a long time are still here. You know, I think that you guys, I mean, I'm sure it's not your first year liking Simple Plan. I'm sure you've been around for a long time, so you're still coming back. I think that there's been albums in my life that I heard from bands that I really like, and I was like, not as good as the last one and all that, but I think it's a normal reaction. It's okay, and you know, I think, but if you're a real fan, if you really like a band for the right reasons, like you stick around and you sort of, you know, you wait for the next one and see what they're gonna do next, you know. So I mean, I don't know, but I think nowadays there's so many bands that a lot of kids are fickle, you know. They move from bands to band really quick because there's so many new. They always want a new thing and all that, like a new band.